Yeah, good question. The network has the concept of penalties, meaning you can get slashed a small percentage of your yield or even your stake, which sounds really scary, of course. Obviously, not every small problem results in slashing. For instance, as part of being a validator, what will be looked at is your uptime. Your uptime percentage basically being part of the network. Of course, it is lenient because you need to do upgrades and sometimes a small outage can happen. The uptime, for instance, probably will be calculated every month. And it also allows, for instance, for multiple hours of downtime every month. But let's say, for whatever reason, you could not keep that uptime. And you haven't properly set up your monitoring, for instance, as a validator. Then what happens is that you will get slashed after many hours, basically a really, really small percentage. It's really small because the uptime isn't regarded as something which is highly critical if a single node operator would not be able to uphold it. But what's really important is that if you happen to cross the boundary of not maintaining your uptime, you sort of need to submit a new transaction as a validator to sort of become active again as a validator. And that has more to do with ensuring that basically validators are sort of on top of their game, meaning that they know this and are incentivized to ensure that they have proper monitoring, for instance. And if they would not have that, it would mean that maybe their node is back online, but they are not participating. So they're not generating yield at that point in time anymore. So we really want to incentivize the validators to stay on top of their game. And obviously, if you have your own hardware and your own network setup, you are in full control of the technical things, and you are in full control of ensuring that it doesn't happen, for instance. And the last thing I think I want to mention about it is that Accumulate is less resource constraints, for instance, than Factom. So it would mean that with the existing sort of infrastructure that parties might already have, they are capable of more transactions per second than, for instance, what you would be able to do with the same resources on Factom.